Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video, I've got a whole desk full of new drugstore makeup. I thought that we would just do an all new, affordable drugstore try on today. So if you're excited for a new all drugstore makeup try on, give the video a like and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I put up a new video. All right, so let's start right into it. I bought a new primer from NYX. This just looked like so much fun. It is their Bear With Me Hydrating Jelly Primer. It's like a clear gel. I'm gonna put the primer on this side of my face. I already have my sunscreen on. The sunscreen I have on today is from Undefined. It's their R&R sunscreen. It's an all mineral tinted sunscreen. It's very lightweight, very hydrating. This primer promises to extend the wear of makeup, blur the appearance of pores. I think I'm gonna put it under my eyes as well because it does seem so hydrating. It definitely feels like really cool and really refreshing. Kind of digging that already. We will see how it performs throughout the day. Just looking at it up close, it does not seem to be doing anything to blur my pores currently. It does feel a little bit tacky still right now compared to this side of my face. Thought you might want to come in a little closer to see what I'm doing better. All right, for my foundation today, I thought it was time to give CoverGirl a little love, hopefully, if we love this product. So this is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk Nourishing Foundation with coconut milk and aloe extract. I have it in the shade Light Medium 550. This is a cruelty-free brand, and this is also a vegan product. Since it's summertime, I thought we could go with something like lightweight and not too foundation-y. It's kind of a little bit of a runny liquid. It's not too watery though. I think I'll put it on with a brush on this side of my face, and I'll use a sponge on the side where I put on the primer. Ooh, looks like I got a pretty good shade match. That is awesome. Coconutty? Milky? What does that smell? It definitely doesn't smell bad. It actually smells kind of nice. Ooh, this is going on really nicely. It looks really pretty. The shade match is right on. Oh my gosh. But all right, I think that looks really nice. Like compared to this side, it's just evened out my skin tone. It doesn't look heavy or makeup-y. It's a really good shade match. It's not overly glowy, like it said it's dewy, but it's not super dewy or super shiny. So far, I really like it. Let me dampen up my sponge. I forgot to do that, so I will be back in a sec. All right, definitely giving me a little bit sheerer coverage with the sponge than with the brush. It looks so beautiful and so skin-like. I'm just gonna try to build it up a little bit right here. Wow, that is really, really pretty, you guys. Let me show you how skin-like and nice that looks. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It just doesn't look like makeup sitting on the surface of my skin, but yet it evened out my skin tone. It's not heavy, it's not cakey, it's not a funky orangey color. It's just really pretty. It's not making my wrinkles look worse. It doesn't seem to be settling into my wrinkles. So far, like that. For my concealer today, I got the Milani Conceal and Perfect. I'm shocked that I've never tried this, but I got this in the shade 120, and I just put like a little triangle right in the inner corner of my eye where my under eye darkness is. I'm gonna use my Angie XBK A506 brush. This is my little cat's paw brush. I created this with BK Beauty because I had never found a concealer brush I liked, and oh my gosh, I love this so much. This just spreads and blends your concealer so perfectly. Oh my gosh, I think I may have used too much. This is pretty thick, pretty heavy. I mean, it would look fine if I had on a fuller foundation, but with this foundation, I just feel like it's just a little. That has a little bit more of a luminous finish than I would like. I do always set my under eye concealer because I feel like the luminosity just makes my eye bag look so much bigger. I did pick up a new setting powder. It's from Milani. It is their Conceal and Perfect. Oh my gosh, so maybe it was made to go with this. That would be awesome if they work really well together. Shine Proof Powder. I got it in shade 02 Nude, so that's what that looks like. I am going to use my e.l.f. blush brush. I'm just gonna tap it in there. I'm gonna try not to pick up too much of it on there. I'm gonna tap it off a little bit. I'm just gonna press it into the concealer. Oh wow, that is really matte and kind of made the concealer look a little bit heavy. See the difference in my eye bags now? They're not quite as visible as they were a minute ago when I had the shine coming off of there. but it did make it look a little bit heavy and a little bit cakey. And I'm just gonna put a little bit extra down here on my enlarged pores to try to make them less accentuated. And we'll see if it keeps my skin matte throughout the day. This is a little bit heavier than my normal powder. It seems to be adding a little bit of whiteness to my face, like it's making the foundation down the center of my face where I powdered look a little bit lighter. For my blush today, I got this ColourPop blush in this little heart. Isn't it so cute? I just love the packaging on this. It's called Let's Dance Pressed Powder. Such a great color for summer. So I'm gonna use my Angie X BK Hot and Flashy A507 brush. I'm just gonna pounce it in there. Ooh, that does look very pigmented. So just start back here by my hairline and I just pounce it on and bring it forward. Ooh, that is such a pretty color and it almost has like a luminous glow to it. I just think it looks so fresh and so youthful. It doesn't have any glitter. It doesn't have any like gold flecks or anything. It just has the slightest sheen to it. It is beautiful. Oh my gosh, ColourPop, way to go. I got this Milani Silky Matte Bronzing Powder. I got it in the lightest shade. I'm not really into a super dark bronzer, so this is in the shade 01 Sunlight. I'm gonna use my BK 104 brush for this, and I just kind of put it along my hairline at an angle. Then I kind of pinch the brush to carve out my cheekbone here. I like this brush because I can control where I'm putting it better. And I always do a little bit here to carve out the jawline. And then I'll use it to contour out my nose a little bit. Once it's on, it is really hard to get it to blend out. All right, let's move on to the eyeshadow. I didn't buy a new eyelid primer, but I always do recommend an eyelid primer. For this, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty. Warm it up on my finger and just pop it on my lid. For my eyeshadow today, I got this Wet n Wild Always Blushin' palette. It's got 12 pans of color, beautiful neutrals with a couple of pops of fun colors, a couple of really pretty shimmers. It's also got a really perfect looking crease transition color, something that's light enough. I'm going to start with my A501 brush. I'm going to dip it into the lightest shade in the palette, this white in the upper left-hand corner. I'm going to apply that on the movable part of the lid, starting at the inner corner and then working across my lid. Of course, I love applying my eyeshadow with my brushes because they do all the blending for you and they tend to keep the makeup out of your wrinkles because they don't cause a lot of skipping. Next, I'm going to go in with my A502 brush. I named these brushes in the order that you would use them to apply your eyeshadow, or at least the order that I use them. There are 5 eyeshadow brushes, so you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 is your first lightest color, 2 is your blending crease color, so I'm gonna go in with this shade. I start at the outer corner and I just make like a little wedge out there. Then I drag it along the lash line and then I put it back where I started and just wiggle it into the crease. Right, that shade is coming out a lot warmer than I thought it would. Now I'm not going to dip back into the palette. I'm just going to take whatever's left on the brush and I'm going to start here underneath the inner corner of my eyebrow and I'm just going to bring that straight across. And that's how you make sure that you get your eyeshadow up high enough so that it really disguises that hood. So you see on this eye how my hood is so folded forward and looks pretty much like it's laying on my lashes. That's what that eye looked like a minute ago before I put this eyeshadow in there. Next, I'm gonna take a clean A503 brush. I always keep one of these clean for just blending out my crease. So I'm just gonna use that to blend this kind of across my eyelid, bring it up a little bit higher. Now I'm gonna go in with my smaller crease brush, my A504. And since I'm wearing this pretty blue dress today, I think I'm going to go with more of a mauve look. So I'm going to pick up on this color right here for my darker crease shade. And I'm just going to go right over where I put that original color. This one I'm going to keep it more on the movable lid. I'm not going to bring it up as high as I did with the previous shade. Going back to the A503 to blend. Next, I'm going to take my A505. This is a flat brush for packing on shimmer shadows. I'm going to use this shade right here. It's almost like a duochrome, like a copper mauve kind of looking thing. I'm going to start about 2/3 of the way out and just run that across on the movable part of my lid, but I'm not going to go all the way into the inner corner because I'm going to use the lighter shade in there. Then I'm just going to turn the brush over to the other side, go into this shade here, and just drag that across. There is not great color payout with these shimmers. There is a ton of fallout here on my cheek. Can't say that I'm terribly impressed with this palette. I have other Wet n Wild palettes that I like a lot better than this one. This one just doesn't seem to be up to the usual Wet n Wild quality, and there's a lot of fallout with this palette. So not sure I'm like really digging the palette. This is the Sonia Kashuk number 129 brush that I used to get rid of the fallout. There is a bit of glitter fallout underneath. Can't say I'm in love with the eyeshadow look. Since I don't have eyeliner for underneath, I'm just going to take the A505 brush and I'm going to dip into this shimmery brown shade in the lower corner, and I'm just going to tip the tips of the brush in there, and I'm going to use that as my lower eyeliner. So I'm just going to go right underneath my lashes. This color is really pretty. Let me just try a little bit of this dark purpley gray. Oh my gosh, glitter all up here in my eyebrow. The glitter is everywhere. This palette is kind of a glitter bomb. Whoops, forgot to hit record and did the eyeliner on one eye already. So anyway, what should have been there was that I'm using Maybelline Tattoo Studio Gel Pencil Liner in Striking Navy. And I'm doing tight lining first, which I've already done on this eye. So that is lining below your lashes on that wet line. And I think I'll go ahead and do the top liner as well. This is so creamy and so gel-like and so nice to apply. All right, grabbed a new mascara. This is the Bambi Oversized Eye Mascara by L'Oreal in Intense Black. L'Oreal makes some of my favorite mascaras, so hopefully this is going to be a good one. I like the shape and the style of this wand. It's got the rubber teeth. Ooh, this is pretty. This is a really pretty mascara. I love it so far. This formula is so silky and nice. All right, let's go ahead with our brow product today. I'm going to use this NYX Fill and Fluff two-ended brow pencil in taupe. This one I thought looked just like the Chanel brow pencil that I like so much because it has, instead of being like just a regular pencil, it's got this really cool, almost teardrop tip on it. And I love that because I'm always trying to get a little more width at the inside of my brow here, make my brow look more full at the inner corner. I'm going to turn it sideways. And then the other end has this really cool, almost like a paddle brush on it. Look at that cool little brush. Isn't that awesome? And so you just use that to blend it out. So that gets through your brow hairs and to your skin to really press it onto the skin. So you end up with a nice blended, diffused look to the edges. This is a really waxy consistency. It really clings to the brow hairs really well. Like it's making each of my brow hairs look so much thicker and glossier. Maybe I should have gone with like the dark blonde instead of the taupe. All right, the last thing I got for this video is a lippy. It is from L'Oreal. It is their Glow Paradise Lipstick Balm. This is in the shade 120 Blush Fantasy. Thought it was a really pretty color. That feels just like a really hydrating lip butter. Ooh, it feels so nice. Kind of love it. Love the color. The color is so pretty. All right, you guys, so all the makeup is on. Here's the finished look. How do we think it looks? Not really getting any settling into the wrinkles with the foundation, which is awesome. It still looks really natural and really skin-like. The under eyes, I am not loving the concealer, not loving the eyeshadow. I mean, I think the colors are pretty and the color payoff was good, but so much glitter. It is 1:24 p.m., so we'll see how this does through an 8-hour day. And so I'll keep checking in with you. The weather is not fantastic out. It's a little overcast, so I won't be able to give you a beautiful sunshine test on this, but I will show it to you in natural light. I have a few errands to run, so I'll go do those things. I'm in my car. Thought we'd just do a little makeup check-in in the natural light, have the moonroof open so we could take a look at it. Still think the foundation looks really pretty. There's the lippy. Okay, I'm back. It's been 4 hours. It's time for the 5:30 check-in on the makeup. And how do we think it's holding up? The wear on the foundation is really good. At 4 hours, it doesn't seem like it is budging at all. So it's really in place, and it doesn't seem to be making a huge difference on the primer side versus the not primer side. I feel like both sides are still really in place. The lippy completely wore off after I ate. I wasn't expecting it to be long wearing because of how like creamy and greasy it feels, but for something that felt so hydrating and like oily going on, it has dried out my lips so badly. I mean, my lips were dry to start with, but oh my gosh, they felt like cracked and peeling. I feel like I need to put something on them, so I will go with my tried and true, which is my Buxom. The foundation looks really in place, like the wear is really good for 4 hours. It is getting shinier through my T-zone, so the Milani powder that promised, what is its name? Shine-proof powder? Not very shine-proof considering that I put it here and here and here, and those are all the places that I'm getting shiny. So fail on that. Fail on the lippy. Uh-oh. I see how this one's going. But I do like the foundation, so I'm putting that over here on the right. I'm just wondering if a different powder would have helped it to stay more matte. You know, the Honest Beauty powder works beautifully for keeping my skin matte, and the NYX Mineral Matte powder works beautifully for keeping it not totally matte, but not letting a lot of shine through. All right, the ColourPop blush. I really like this blush. I feel like it's still really in place. I'm gonna put that on the good side. I'm putting the good stuff on the right and the not so good stuff on the left. Let's zoom in on this under eye situation. Hope my camera can focus on all of these tiny little specks right here. They seem kind of blue to me. That doesn't look like good concealer. It's very wrinkly looking in through here. The one thing that I will give it is I feel like the coverage is good, and I feel like it doesn't feel drying. The eyeshadow, I think the shimmers are definitely kind of gone, and I'm left with just the matte shadows. The eyeliner is still very much in place on my upper waterline. The lashes still look good, and I think the eyebrows are still in place really well. That's what it looks like at this point. I'll be back in another 4 hours, and we'll see what it looks like at the end of the day. All right, hey you guys, I am back. It's time for the 8-hour check-in on the full face of makeup. I think I'm looking pretty shiny, pretty luminous and dewy, so definitely that Stay Matte setting powder did not work. I have so many little speckles below my eyes. It's either the mascara or the eyeliner that is flaking all over the place. So raccoony, so many spots. I'm not sure if that's eyeshadow, I'm not sure if it's eyeliner, I'm not sure if it's mascara, but it's definitely just so much junk. I literally look like I've been out drinking all night and it's like 5 in the morning and I'm crawling home with this under eye situation. I don't mind a luminous foundation as long as I can set it and not look kind of oily and greasy by the end of the day, but I feel like I definitely look kind of oily and greasy right now, so not sure. Might have to try this on another day with a different setting powder and see how it goes. Maybe I'll try to wear it again tomorrow, because I also feel like I need to wear the mascara again tomorrow, because it's either the mascara or the eyeliner that is flaking all over the place, so I want to just wear the mascara separately tomorrow. Hey everybody, I'm breaking into this video. It's the next day. I've gone ahead and used the CoverGirl Clean Finish, what's this called, Skin Milk, again today to show you what it looks like without that primer and with the different setting powder. So I used my favorite setting powder, which is the NYX Mineral Matte Powder. I think it looks so good today. I think it looks so much better than yesterday. I did use the ColourPop blush again because I think this is so pretty, a real winner from yesterday's video. I also wanted to re-investigate some of the eye things because I wasn't sure what was giving me that fallout. So I've redone my eyes. I used a different Wet n Wild palette. This is one that I've had for years and I really love this palette. This is the Walking on Eggshells palette. It's so pretty. So I used this one today. No fallout. I'm telling you, if you're going to buy a Wet n Wild palette, pass on this guy from yesterday. Definitely give this one a try. Instead of using the eyeliner from yesterday, I used the Sephora retractable liners. I know that these don't give me any fallout. They stay in place. I used the Bambi mascara over here on my right eye, and I used my favorite L'Oreal Unlimited mascara on this side. If I don't get fallout from this mascara, then I'll know that it was the eyeliner that was giving me the fallout yesterday. I kind of feel like it was the eyeliner, which is weird. I've never heard of getting fallout from eyeliner, but it seemed like the speckles were blue and then eyeliner was blue, so that's what I'm thinking. All right, so that's what I have going on my face today. Let me go ahead and record the other video. I will report back on the mascara at the end of the day today. Hey, I'm back again. It's now 8:30 p.m. and I've been in the makeup all day, have not touched it up, have not done anything to it, and it's much less dewy and luminous than it was yesterday. So I think the setting powder probably has a lot to do with it. It is a little bit dewy right through here, but it's so humid today. You know, look how puffy my hair is. But anyway, I really like this. It's, you know, been on for like 8 hours again, and it really is not worn off. Hardly at all. So this is a real winner. I like it. Very skin-like, very natural, didn't settle in wrinkles, not drying at all, very hydrating feeling, and I really like it. And it's not a disaster under the eyes. So I'm gonna say that it was the eyeliner, not the mascara. So I guess that is the full report for today. I guess I can wrap it up. I hope you found the video helpful and informative. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, I thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your watching. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.